This morning on our Saturday sessions, Rett Madison. The West Virginia native started writing songs as a kid, then crafted her sound at the Interlochen Arts Academy and as a student at USC, where she played on any stage she could. But it's Rhett's most recent album, One for Jackie, an emotional powerhouse about her mother that has thrust her into the spotlight. She'll perform in just a moment, but first we spoke with her about the album and the tragedies surrounding it.
Her intimate lyrics and soulful voice have helped define singer-songwriter Rett Madison as an authentic and revealing storyteller.
What was that moment where you knew that that's what music was for you?
When I was like around 11 or 12, maybe people have a diary or a journal, but for me it was just always writing songs to like process my life or the harder things that I was going through as a kid.
Twisting both my ankles just to lose a beauty contest.
In her first album, Pin Up Daddy, she tackled issues of sexuality, identity, and religious trauma. Struggles Madison says she faced growing up in West Virginia.
And on my birthday gave me a suit that fit just right. I felt like a little girl and a young man at the same time.
Her father, one of her early musical influences, a neurosurgeon with a passion he'd found later in life.
My dad got very into learning piano when he was 48. Honestly, I think that's the whole reason I ended up having piano lessons and how I met my piano teacher. That was like a second.
So he could study too.
So yeah, I mean, he was the first one who got into it, actually. He was so intensely focused on wanting to, you know, memorize, like, I think some Mozart pieces that he had like an upright piano in his office and between seeing patients would be practicing. And I don't know if I've ever been as disciplined.
Both know sadness too well. I lost you to it.
But it's her mom, Jackie, who is the heart and soul of Madison's latest album. Her sophomore release, One for Jackie, hits like a gut punch.
You won't cry on my wedding day. I'll never hear my children say your names.
Madison leaning into grief, taking listeners on a cathartic journey, mourning her mother's death by suicide.
You are very open about it.
Yes. I feel like once I lost my mom and I was like picking up the pieces, you know, I really want to be able to make something. I didn't want her death to be in vain. She was such a beautiful, incredible person. Sorry.
Take your time, it's okay.
My mom was such a beautiful, beautiful person. And the struggles that she had, you know, she struggled with addiction and mental illness for much of my life. And I think sometimes the shame of that and the guilt that she felt about that took so much space in her life. And the reason I want to write about all of this now and talk about it candidly is because I want to reach other people, hopefully, before it's too late.
I love my bullets in the pistol.
In the heartfelt ballad, One for Jackie, One for Crystal,
One for Jackie, one for Crystal.
Madison also helps her mom find her voice after discovering she'd been sexually abused as a child.
Bang, bang, it falls like bricks. I shoot the ceiling just to go off the peaks.
So even though the song, like, there's so much anger and there's rage in there, it does feel cathartic for me because I feel like, you know, whoever that man is, and you might have silenced my mom as a child and even as an adult woman, but I know about it. And I'm so lucky that I, again, have this tool of music to communicate with people, and I'm telling my mom's story.
The story's out there.
The story's out there, I know, and my mom is no longer silenced.
It's not only her mother's pain that's a part of Madison's music.
One of my favorite parts of my relationship with my mom is her sharing her musical taste with me as a kid. Like, a lot of my favorite musicians are like Fleetwood Mac, Prince, Yusuf Cat Stevens. But it was honestly an incredible musical education that those were the artists that my mom was playing nonstop all the time.
Which, all of them, there are pieces, lyrically, but also in your sound, in everything.
Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that.
The lines on my palms reveal too much.
Even Rett Madison's look is something she traces back to her mom.
Honestly, the reason I even like dressing like this, like with the big like feathers and sequins, like It's because it's stuff my mom would have loved.
Crying at the flea market.
Paying tribute to it in the song Flea Market.
'Cause everything they got is leopard print, like they're right in your closet. I'm so pathetic, I almost bought the ugliest shirt I ever saw. 'Cause you would have loved it, you would have wanted, singing along to Little Red Corvette.
She was into the glam, like truly if you went into her wardrobe, like almost like most of her possessions, like she had almost everything you could have in leopard print.
This album, does it feel like your mom is a part of your success?
I'm honestly gonna tear up when you say that because I really believe it, yeah. I really believe my mom is helping. I'm not even, I always say like I'm such a hippie, but I'm just spiritual, and I really feel like my mom has played such a role in anything good that happens for me. And there's obviously so many people who are alive on earth who are literally doing the hard work of like sending the email, talking about me. Like I don't want to discredit anybody on my team.
No.
But I feel like some stuff is lined up where it's almost too good to be true. And I'm like, I feel like my mom pulled a string.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mom.